Good afternoon. Welcome to Muskegon Rotary Club. I'm Dave Alexander, honored and pleased to be president this year. Walk-up music, the song is by year. Four, who said four? Who had four? Four? What number album, studio album was this off of? And it was the album of the same name, Born in the USA. His seventh. Wow. A lot of work after that. Written by The Boss, an interesting song as we celebrate 250 years of our nation this week on Saturday, upcoming. At first blush, it seems to be a very patriotic song. But listen to the lyrics. It's about a disillusioned Vietnam vet alienated after the war. Again, Springsteen speaks to and about the working class identity at a time it was being shredded by circumstances here in our country and across the globe. As we learn in divided times, patriotism can be defined in many ways. Our program this week will be the President's Rotary Year in Review. We'll begin with Pledge of Allegiance, and Joni Smith will provide the reflection. We'll recite the four-way test at the end of the meeting. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Joni.
Okay, I need these today. Tell the truth, but tell it slant. Success in circuit lies. Too bright for our infirm delight, the truth's superb surprise. As lightning to the children eased with explanation kind, the truth must dazzle gradually or every man be blind. I used to teach that poem by Emily Dickinson. She meant, I think, that sometimes the truth is better said incrementally. On reflection, though, it occurs to me that many of us edit our history and conversations to make ourselves look better, or kinder, or funnier, or really more humorous. I'm guilty of that when I tell a good Irish joke. In today's world, with its myriad of problems, many leaders, news sources, and others engage in editing world history or important events, omitting uncomfortable or unflattering parts. Instead of owning often deserved collective guilt, they lead us to be selective in what we remember and sometimes actually believe. As we say the four-way test today, let's reflect on how we might speak the truth in every circumstance, even when it might be uncomfortable.
Thank you, Joni. I don't know if I got to edit my speech now or not after that. Thank you for the challenge. I love it. Please return to your seats, finish your lunch, engage, network, and mingle. We'll return shortly. We could ask visiting Rotarians and guests, please come to my right. Emily has the mic and will get you in the right position to give brief introductions.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I am Kathy Moore, and my guest today is Lakita Alexander. She is a project management professional working with us in public health on some special projects. Welcome, Lakita.
Hi, everyone. I'm Greg. I have our two summer interns at the Chamber of Commerce here with us. I have Allie Bennick. She is studying at Central Michigan University, and she is studying public and nonprofit administration with a minor in leadership and American Sign Language. And then I have Marin Stork, who is currently studying at Marquette University. And she is studying advertising, public relations, and graphic design.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rachel Gorman with your Muskegon Lakeshore Chamber of Commerce, and my guest today is Angelina Mosher Salazar. She is a childhood friend, just graduated with her MBA from Georgetown University. Ooh, super. Hoyas. Angelina has a real estate portfolio primarily in Milwaukee, but she's looking to expand in West Michigan, and so we are taking advantage of her being home this summer. Please welcome Angelina.
Good afternoon, Rotary. Meredith Smiley here. My guest is actually my replacement. I am retiring at the end of this month. So Alyssa Noe is the interim branch director for the Muskegon office, and she also serves in the Holland office and is interested in joining Rotary. So welcome, Alyssa.
Good afternoon, Annette Jack, and I have with me again today my brother Ralph Wellington from Philadelphia.
Good afternoon. My name is Marianne Bockheimer-Hill. I'm with Catholic Charities, and today I bring my supervisor, Joy Gordon. Joy is the Director of Development for us, and she does a wonderful job, so welcome, Joy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma Schroeder, and with me today, some of you might recognize her. This is Andrea Yost. She's with the Muskegon Montessori for Environmental Change. She is the teacher advisor with the Early Act Club that we started this past school year, and she is the first of a few that's going to give a very brief summary of the projects that they did this year.
Okay, so our club existed before Rotary adopted us this year. So we already had an environmental focus, and Rotary has just brought so much leadership to not just our club, but the whole school has been affected by this right here. And I'm so grateful for the partnerships like with Marianne coming to our school and the speech from the AWRI. I'm not from this area, so just learning about these places, I was able to get our students out on that research vessel. So I'm just really grateful for what you guys are doing. Thank you.
Hi, Teresa Bernhardt. I'm here representing Stage at the Corner this afternoon, and I'd like to introduce Sarah Schaub. Sarah Azrael is her performance name, and Sarah's visiting us, coming home to visit and work with students of all ages at the Corner. She's a well-known performer, very talented artist, and you may have heard her perform, I think our first concert was a candlelight Christmas celebration at the Corner a couple years ago. Welcome, Sarah.
Good afternoon, Rotary. Rita Cavanis from the Hope Project Anti-Sex Trafficking Agency. I'd like to introduce my guest and colleague, Kristen Schaub. She's going to be working for the Hope Project now, and she's going to be combating human trafficking. Woohoo! Welcome, Kristen.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Pete DeBoer here with my colleague from the Community Foundation, Martha Brown. Ooh, look at you. I mean, she did tell me, she said, well, officially I'm Scholarship and Community Investment Officer, but Pete, you know, I'm the boss. I'm like, yeah. I mean, take that as your, is Todd here? No? Okay. And also, she is someone's mom.
Hi, everyone. Stephanie Tushek here, again, behalf of Life Leadership Conference. We just rounded out our 77th year, And we have a special guest who attended this year, Ava Williams, you may recognize from Law Day when she presented her speech. Fun little thing about Life Leadership Conference, after the 4 days there, the 150 students all vote for one of their peers as the Conferee of the Year. And you're looking at the 2026 District Conference Conferee of the Year. And Ava's just going to give us a quick little snippet on her time there.
So the Life Leadership Conference was a life-changing thing for me. I met so many new people who, to this, like right now, I can text them and just know I have that person in my corner. I got to learn a lot of perspective about leaders in different areas and how, at the end of the day, we all are battling these things together. It felt like I found a community within that. The leaders and the staff there were so welcoming and nice. They were always just talking about if you ever need anything, we'll be in your corner. So now I networked a lot, I have a lot of connections, and I feel like from that experience, I just learned a lot and was able to grow my leadership even more. So that was great.
What are you doing next year and then after that?
So next year, I will be going to my senior year in the fall. I hope to attend a four-year university and major in international relations and go into the pre-law track from there. My dream university is the University of Michigan, go blue. And from then, I just plan on helping out the community, hopefully becoming a human rights lawyer. So yes.
From North Muskegon High School, congratulations.
And one more thing, John Noling is not here, but we just want to say thank you again for always supporting us with the Life Leadership Conference every year. There's so many of you in this room, all of you in this room that help, and this wouldn't happen without you.
Parker Arts, I'm going to call you out, sir. Will you stand? We have another Life Leadership honoree in his year 2015. This is what happens, Ava, when you get this award, you come back and join us. Parker, congrats. My Muskegon Minute today, Lion King song, Circle of Life, has always grabbed my heart. It speaks to me today as I ask Rachel Gorman to give my Muskegon Minute. There have been several circles of my life throughout my career. Former Chronicle editorial page editor David Kolb, you may know, taught me police reporting when I was a snot-nosed kid and an intern at Jackson Citizen Patriot, my hometown. Decades later, I had the privilege of working with David's daughter, Natalie Kolb, an accomplished photojournalist, during her internship at the Chronicle and MLive at the end of my media career. Similarly, Roger Morgenstern was pretty fresh out of J School when he became my City Hall reporter at the Chronicle in the Grand Haven Bureau when I was bureau chief. Decades later, his daughter Emily and I worked in the chamber office as a downtown management team when I was the downtown manager. In that same Muskegon Lakeshore Chamber of Commerce office in 2016 was a young staffer named Rachel Gorman. Remember those days, kids? Woo. Who was handling events and governmental affairs at the time when I became downtown manager with Downtown Muskegon Now. Rachel taught me about the nonprofit world, and I taught her a little bit, I think, about local government here in Muskegon. The Circle of Life, Rachel has developed into an incredible generational leader as she now leads the Muskegon Lakeshore Chamber of Commerce as its president. I'm so proud and thrilled with her rise in this community's leadership that as I wrap up my year as Muskegon County or Muskegon Rotary Club president, I wanted her to read an email she recently sent to several of us. Rachel?
Thanks, Dave. Yes, so this is an email I sent to the Chobani leadership team we had been working with ahead of their investment. So I forwarded it on to a group I like to call my chamber leadership. So board members, past board members, community leaders. So here it is. It's hard to fully put into words everything I'm feeling after yesterday's groundbreaking. The overwhelming emotion above all else is gratitude. Gratitude for the opportunity to work along each of you, to learn from you, and to witness firsthand how deeply you care about this community and the incredible opportunity this project represents for Muskegon. I grew up in Muskegon during some of our most challenging years. It was common to hear people speak as though our best days were behind us, that there was little left of value here, that opportunity existed somewhere else, and that success meant working hard in school so you could leave and never come back. Thankfully, there were leaders who refused to accept that future. They came together, took ownership of Muskegon's destiny, identified opportunities where others saw obstacles, and committed themselves to the hard work of rebuilding confidence. They chose to believe in Muskegon when it was not easy to do so, and more importantly, they backed up that belief with action. They changed the conversation from what we had lost to what we could become, and in doing so, they laid the foundation for the momentum we're experiencing today. When La Colombe arrived in Muskegon a decade ago, our community embraced the company wholeheartedly. There was a sense of pride in seeing Candid Norton Shores printed on products being distributed across the country. It was a tangible reminder that great things could happen here. Yet even then, few could have imagined the extraordinary journey that would follow or the opportunities that would emerge through Chobani's vision and investment. The path to yesterday's groundbreaking was not always smooth. There were challenges, setbacks, difficult conversations, and moments where progress felt uncertain. Along the way, I occasionally heard echoes of the old narrative, the quiet doubts that have surfaced throughout Muskegon's history whenever something transformative seemed just out of reach. That is why yesterday was so meaningful. Thank you for the countless hours, the late nights, the problem solving, the persistence, and the unwavering commitment that carried this project forward. What moved me most was hearing Chobani's leadership repeatedly emphasize that their success is built on people. I could not help but think about the people of Muskegon. Their words reflected the very qualities that have fueled our community's resurgence: hard work, resilience, and a belief that the future can be better than the past. Yesterday was proof that the narrative of Muskegon continues to evolve, not because it happened by chance, but because dedicated people choose to make it happen. We have turned the page to an exciting new chapter in Muskegon's story. Future generations will benefit from the opportunities that are being created today, and they may never fully know the countless hours, sacrifices, and determination that made this moment possible. But I will never forget, and I will do my best to always tell this story. Thank you for believing in Muskegon, for believing in this project, and thank you for helping us make history. So Dave told me I could introduce him. Another round of applause for our Rotary president.
Many of those leaders were Rotarians, or are Rotarians today, so thanks to you all. We will start with a photo presentation of our Rotary year. Michael. I first want to thank Susan Besteman, who was putting that together for us this past week, and all the photographers, Susan included, who provided the content for that, memorable for me. I received my degree in political science from Central Michigan University. Thank you. And learned about U.S. presidency from Professor Del Rehnquist. I'm sure there was a lesson on State of the Union addresses. Well, consider this the state of the Muskegon Rotary Club. That being the case, I can say in total honesty, confidence, and enthusiasm that the state of the Muskegon Rotary Club is strong. I'll take a whoop on that. Despite my weaknesses in details, the club continues. We continue having dynamic weekly meetings with impressive speakers on substantive and timely topics, offering a broad array of community and international service and fellowship activities, providing community leadership through the power of our brand and the networking of our members, raising philanthropic funds for local and international areas of need, doing the hard work of having this club reflect the Muskegon community that we represent, leading Rotary District 6290 in many areas, not only in membership size, but also growth and innovation, being open to change in a changing world that challenges us as individuals and as a community, looking to the future with an incredible legacy of youth leadership development and the current expansion of new, younger members. And finally, being a fun place to be every Thursday with terrific gathering of friends, neighbors, and community colleagues, where we have started each weekly lunch this year with a little bit of classic rock. And we have done it all this Rotary year 25-26, continuing our solid financial condition and growing our extensive membership. I say we did it because that wasn't me being president or the executive team or even the board of directors, but the accomplishments of this year were because of you, dedicated and passionate members who love Rotary and Muskegon. You responded so well to my call at this time last year to focus on Muskegon and to offer your time and talent to this club and our community. Let me get to the financial and membership stuff and get some of these numbers out of the way. We operated combined budgets for the club and the Muskegon Rotary Foundation of roughly $370,000 at modest deficits, but bolstered spending in core areas of club service and member passions. At the same time, our club assets have grown 8.3% to $957,000 in our last financial report. As past president Tim Arter will remind me, $585,000 of that is in the Rotary Endowment Fund with the Community Foundation for Muskegon County, which is a restricted asset. I get that one, Tim? Thanks. We gave as a club and individuals to various Rotary international causes and foundations. The Muskegon Rotary Foundation fundraising remains robust, with roughly $48,000 generated in our three fundraisers, Harvest Fest, Pours for Community, and Party in the Park. That has allowed the Muskegon Rotary Foundation to support local students at Life Leadership, International Youth Exchange, Rotaract, Interact, and Early Act clubs, Muskegon Young Black Professionals, Baker's Culinary Institute of Michigan scholarships, Peace Builders, and materials for international service projects. Membership through May has increased 6.8%. That is a 17-plus membership to 266. We are heading quickly to 270 if we are not there already. For those 11 months, we brought in 42 new or returning members while losing 25. Many of the new members brought diversity of age. And at the end of May, nearly 49% of our members were women. That gets a whoop. Nothing has impressed me more as president, and an old guy at that, than the spirit, enthusiasm, and willingness to serve as I have seen from our new younger members and the vast array of women in this club. Thank you for your service in making my year a bit easier, more effective, and more fulfilling. Now, some highlights from 25-26. And I actually, seeing the slideshow, remembered there's a couple here I haven't even mentioned, but they were up there. This was our 110th year. We had 3 outbound, 3 inbound Rotary Exchange students, 38 students from, I believe, 10 high schools that were sent to Life Leadership Conference, developed and mentoring 2 Rotary clubs, or Rotaract clubs, 7 Interact clubs, 5 high school and 2 middle school, and 3 Early Act clubs, reaching more than 220 students. We had 2 Braver Angels dialogues to bring better understanding between various worldviews. We had a cooperative agreement between Rotary and Wheelfish nonprofits to work on beautification of Seaway Drive. International service trips in El Salvador and Honduras. Exploration of local digital independent news sources with community partners. Volunteered on issues of food insecurity with food trucks, Kids Food Basket, and the Rescue Mission. We had a second microforest at Muskegon Lake Nature Preserve in North Muskegon. A literacy summit collaboration with the Grand Haven and the Spring Lake clubs. We had joint service projects with the Grand Rapids Club. We implemented a co-presidency and elected Sarah Rinsma-Siebinga and Arlene Gotti, the first pair for the 2028-29 Rotary year as co-presidents. We refocused Muskegon Rising podcast to become a potential fundraiser for our foundation. And finally, we conducted a District 6290 visioning session looking for our younger members to take the lead in creating an evolving club in the years to come. We got stuff done. Good on you all. As I hand this gavel off to President-elect Roger Morgenstern next week, I honor those who have found a way to say yes to joining presidential succession. Please give Roger, the President nominee Lisa Tyler, and incoming President nominees Sarah and Arlen the same support and grace that you've afforded me. This is not an easy job, but one that is of great honor in our community and one that is very rewarding, as all of our past presidents realize. There are Rotarians in this audience that should be thinking about when they will serve as the club's president, and you know who you are. A final theme of mine this year has been for us to mingle. That is a term I have borrowed from SiriusXM and CNN talk host Michael Smerconish, describing what we all need to do to get off our phones, out of our houses, and into our communities. It is a key solution for healing our divided nation, along with our own mental health and that of our children and grandchildren. Volunteering is a foundation of mingling, where we can meet new people with different lives, attitudes, opinions, and views. Rotary is a perfect place not only to mingle, but to volunteer. Thank you for making Muskegon Rotary Club 25-26 year such a success. Thank you for being an integral part of that success as we look forward to the years, decades, and generations to continue the success in making this community, the one that we love, the best place on earth to live, work, and play. Thank you for uniting for good. Speaker's honorarium this year will be a contribution from the Muskegon Rotary Club to cover supplies and materials used by our club members and youth from our Interact clubs on service trips to El Salvador and Honduras, and the Honduras trip is currently underway. Birthday slide, please, Mike. Chad and Susan, do we have that beautiful sound? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday Please remember that we ask of a $10 birthday gift back to the club for all birthday people. To our Caring Connection, there are envelopes up here at the podium. There's a QR code that you can scan, and it's in the rim every week. Rotary in action this week is one of our Rotaractors, Mike.
I'm Kenya Blake, and I'm a Rotaractor at Orchard View High School. I am raised from a single mother house. I have 6 siblings, and I worked 3 jobs. So that's Kenya. My friend Michaela, she used to be the president, but she graduated. She came to me my freshman year, and she was like, Kenya, I know you really like to do things. I know you really like to be involved with the school. I think you'd be so good at this. A Rotaractor is someone who goes out and helps the community in any kind of way. It could be small or it could be huge. It could be just going around picking up someone's lawn for them, doing lawn work, or even going to their house and just picking up trash off the side of the road. One of the things I enjoy is going out and helping different communities, being able to see the experience and the kindness that we bring to them, like something like the microforest. We're able to give that to the community so they can have something beautiful to look at. And it's just important because it gives everyone, a sense of something to do. I think one thing that we could introduce is, I know we do something with exchange students. I think we could get them more involved in the community, like show them around, help them meet other schools and show them what their school club is like for Interact and Rotary, things like that. And then another one that we could do would also be helping like construction workers or even the CTC with their things that they have going on, like the agricultural class, I think could also benefit from it as well. Me, myself, I got to go to El Salvador, which was a very fun experience due to Rotary, just to go help the people there in El Salvador. That is something that is so great and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I think it will benefit me in many ways because due to this community, I'm able to understand many different perspectives, many different people's ideas, and it helped me connect with my community and grow.
Thank you. You now know why we do youth leadership development. No more needed to be said. We do not have any inductions today, nor Paul Harris Fellow Awards, but they will be coming in the new year. At this time, we're going to announcements. Your board's getting tough. We're asking to keep your announcements to about 1 minute, but as I look at my watch, we've got plenty of time. So my last, have at it, folks. So if you could come to my right, if you have an announcement for the club, for the club's committees or events, any information, come on over. We will get started by saying that Rotary Rewind is scheduled to have its regular meeting July 2nd at the Vault at Core Plaza. Is that happening? That is happening. Good to hear. And on behalf of President-elect Roger, who is in Honduras, please sign up to help us put up American flags on Seaway Drive from Southern in Muskegon all the way to Green Street and Norton Shores on Saturday, July 4th for our nation's 250th birthday. We're going much further than we have back. Those people who have been in the community for a while remember having flags up and down the entire stretch of Seaway Drive. We're starting to pick up trash, needing drivers and flag planters at 7 a.m. on Saturday, July 4th. We will then have another team of drivers, flag removers, at 7 p.m. on Saturday, July 4th. Check your email. There is a sign-up genius there. Danielle.
Hello, everybody. Tennille Woodward. Kids Food Basket. If you are passionate about helping with food insecurity in our community, our next event is Monday, July 7th at 10 a.m. If you're interested or just want to know more, please see me. And because I have the microphone for a second, if you have not seen so I was honored to be on staff this year at Life Leadership Conference. It was a grueling 4 days. I'll catch up in a week or two. However, if you've never seen it, I highly recommend come and visit us next year. I cannot wait for next year to come around. So if you haven't seen it, if you want to know more, talk to Ava about the great things that we did. We were all exhausted. She's probably caught up by now, but I can't say enough about the event. So if you haven't seen it, please ask questions and get to know more, because it's such a great opportunity for our students.
You want to say something about maybe in the fall? Or that concept?
Oh, yeah. So there are a group of us that are would love to bring a Muskegon version of that to our community in the fall, just because we know we sent 35 or so in June, but we would like to offer those skills and activities to all of our students here in the community. So if that's of interest to you as well, see me and we'll see how we can work together to bring more students into access this information.
I'm going to stay with the youth theme that we've seen here. My name is Doug Wood. I am the outgoing chair of the Interact Early Act Committee. John Noling and I have served that committee for the last 6 or 7 years, and maybe beyond that with John. But we're going to step back into what we think will be emeritus status, at least until the new chairs kick us out. But I would like to introduce, well, you already met Tennille. Tennille's right here. Tennille Woodward and Greg Cisco. Greg, would you stand up? These two young people have taken on the challenge. They will lead currently we have 12 different clubs at college and high school, middle school, and elementary. Dave mentioned them in his speech, and while I'm here, I want to say thank you to Dave for his support and the board support for, we have over 200 students that are involved in Rotary at these schools. And there are a number of folks in this room that also have been serving as liaisons and attending meetings and working with the kids. And Tennille and Greg will need some of those folks next year. So if you're at all interested in working with kids, see us. We'd be glad to help get you connected to some of our Interact kids. But over the next course of the few weeks, we've got 15 different advisors. You met Andrea today from the Montessori program, but there are 14 others that we've invited to come to lunch and have you meet them and recognize them. So we hope you'll see them over the course of July and August, and you'll have a chance to say thank you to them as well. So thanks a lot.
Hi, I'm going rogue. I was the stage manager today. Dave did not want comments or questions after his thing, but I wanted to thank him as a young female Rotarian, being in this club and being president. You have done an amazing job mentoring so many people and making sure that this club is inclusive and looks like our community. So thank you, Dave, on behalf of everyone, for everything that you have done this year and will continue to do for this club and the people.
Thank you, Emily, and thank you all. This is a team sport, Rotary, so that will be continuing. I have one more thing to read, and you see I've been sort of looking around for it. It used to be sitting up here. It's on one of the green cards, but it's not on any of those. Does somebody have the information on the student from Reese Puffer who is going off to do a DEA conference and was selected to do in Orlando? Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have provided funds through pop cans and through donations to get her to Orlando, not for her conference cost, but for the cost of flight and her hotels there. I believe she has reached that goal along with others in the community, so thank you very much for doing that. And she will come back and provide us a program after she has had her experience in that. You got a name? Help me.
It's Elizabeth Ramirez Murillo.
Elizabeth Ramirez Murillo. So we'll be seeing her again. Thank you very much for getting her where she needs to be this summer for her federal national conference on drug prevention in Orlando. We got a last one, Mike? Yeah, you do. He told me you did. Look back over your shoulder. Oh.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic point aboard this tiny ship. The mate was a wily sailing man, skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour.
Oh, Tim Lipan today representing the Social Committee. And our upcoming event is next Tuesday, June 30th, 6:30 to 9 on the Aquastar. So we can board at 6:30, we leave about 7, do a little tour. It's going to be narrated by our own Dave Alexander about the history and the development of the Muskegon Lake shoreline, and I think Lake Michigan shoreline, and should be fun, but you have to sign up. We only have 140 spots. As of just now, we have 91 signed up. You got a sign-up genius today. If you just check that out, sign up. We can only take 140. It's free admission. There will be appetizers provided and a cash bar, and then, of course, Dave's narration. So join us. Thanks, Dave.
One of Tim's members of the committee is Irma, and she works at Mart Dock and Aquastar for the McKees and Sand Products. And we've been trying to get this for a while. We got it, and I got to go out and provide them this narration. I did it for the first time on Father's Day. We'll be doing it again on July 5th on a Sunday, and then also the third Sunday in August. And it hopefully will develop into something that I can take back to one of the institutions that I serve on, Lakeshore Museum Center, to have a this time in our history's view of what's happening, very dynamic happenings on our waterfront. It is not going to be a lecture. We're going to have a conversation, and I'm sure there's competing viewpoints on some of the things that have happened, are happening, or will happen in the future. So let's have a fun, robust conversation along that, and I hope you all will join us. With that, I guess we're up to the raffle. Eric. Five, 6, 5? 5, 6, 5 up front. Kathy. Six, 2, 4. 6, 2, 4. One more. 6, 2, 4. 6, 2, 4. You sitting on it? Woo! $20. 6, 1, 2. There it is. Woo! The perfect sounds of a net check. Our program next week will be a passing of the gavel, an address by incoming President Roger Morgenstern, induction of incoming board members. After the bell, hearkening back to an earlier theme in my last meeting as president, I'm going to play Lion King's Circle of Life. As many of us mingle, creating the magic of Rotary. It's in honor of those members of our production team all this year, and especially the memory of the team who passed away during this year, Muskegon Rotarians Ed Hendrickson and Kevin Donovan. The production group makes all of our weekly gatherings so meaningful. Mike and team, Kim, thank you very much. Oh, no.
And you don't feel much all night.
It happens, right, Mike, in the production facility? Yeah. Members and guests, please rise as we recite the four-way test. Of the things we think, say, or do, let's unite for good. We are adjourned.